So the very first question says, under Article 311, which of the following action is not covered under its protection? Okay, the first is dismissal, suspension, removal, and rank reduction. So the very first thing, Article 311 deals with civil servants. ओके सो इसके अंदर कौन से इन चारों में से किस को प्रोटेक्शन नहीं है? ठीक है, dismissal, suspension, removal, and rank reduction. The correct answer to this is suspension. That it basically shields civil servants from arbitrary action of state. Okay, that is why अगर आपको किसी बायसनेस या आर्बिट्ररी एक्शन ऑफ डिसमिसल किया गया है, या आपको रिमूव किया आपकी सर्विस से, या आपकी रैंक की रिडक्शन की है, तो उन सब चीज़ों से इट प्रोटेक्ट्स यू. बट इफ़ यू आर सस्पेंडेड देन इट डजंट प्रोटेक्ट यू. सस्पेंशन के केस में प्रोटेक्शन नहीं है, एंड हाउ दीज प्रोटेक्शन आर गिवन विल बी डिस्कसिंग. बट देन लेट्स मूव टू द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द सेम टॉपिक. In which of the following circumstances can an employee be dismissed without any inquiry? Please focus on these three terms: dismissal and without any inquiry. ठीक है, under Article 311. When they are convicted by the court, when they fail a departmental exam, when they take voluntary retirement, when they refuse to take an additional duty. Okay, so in all these three cases you need to have an inquiry, but when it comes to this, when they are convicted by the court, you do not need an inquiry, and it is very evident for your understanding. This is a very simple question also. Okay, because this seems to be the reasonable answer, rest three doesn't seems to be a reasonable answer also. Okay, even if you don't know, even if you haven't read, but just applying the common sense, it says ki who shall have the last word, it should be the court. Okay, so that is why when they are convicted by the court. Then comes the third question, which is your, the principle of natural justice is primarily aimed at ensuring fairness in administrative action. See, if you have seen the changing nature of exam, this kind of question have more potential to be occurring in your exam, because if you see the in the previous last to last year there was a question with respect to due process of law. So these terms are very important terms when it comes to your UPSC examination, and one such terms is principle of natural justice. So it says, which of the following is not aimed at ensuring fairness in administrative action and not a key component of natural justice? Okay, so these the four options are: no one should be a judge in their own case, the right to be heard, justifying an action after it has been taken, decision must be reasoned and justify. So the right answer here is justifying an action after it has been taken. Okay, so let's look at Article 311, the provision of Article 311. Okay, so it establishes procedures and safeguards before dismissing, removing, and reducing the rank. So the three things that we have discussed in question number 1. Okay, then what should be the ground of action? See, now इन चीज़ों से प्रोटेक्ट तो करता है, लेकिन वाई एट द वेरी फर्स्ट स्पेस देयर शुड बी एक्शंस टेकन अगेंस्ट अ सिविल सर्वेंट. देयर नीड्स टू बी two problems, which is employee efficiency or employee conduct. Okay, efficiency implies unsatisfactory performance that is affecting the government functioning, and then employee conduct because corruption, bribery, fraud, or moral disconstruct. Any of the 6 can be your ground for dismissal or removal or rank reduction, whatever seems to be the right action. It protects employees and ensures principle of natural justice, on which we have our question 3 based upon. However, you need to keep in mind when you are talking about the protection given to civil servant or the government employees, it doesn't applies to military personnels. Okay, because the very simple reason that they are working for the security of the nation. So whatever seems to be correct, it is taken, and hence they do not have the this protection. It does not cover suspension and transfer. Exceptions to Article 311. What are the exception to Article 311? If there is state security, if action threatens security, the president governor, they can bypass the inquiry. Okay. Efficiency in public service. If probationary employees can be dismissed without any inquiry, court conviction. So these four things. State security, which is also a reason why military personnel are not given security, the protection as such. Then if there is a problem of efficiency, again because it is not defined, this became a gray area which can be capitalized for the uh, wrong reasons also, but it is there, so you need to remember it. Then the third thing is probationary employees. So you have seen a lot of time that there were some employees like who were under probation, but they were disqualified due to some medical unfit reason or some sort of cheating, some sort of wrong documentation, so they can be dismissed easily. Then court conviction, we discussed this in question number 2. Now, what are the safeguards? Safeguard is the rights of employee. They must be informed of the charges and given a fair chance to defend. Second is appeal mechanism. They have appeal within the government system. Authority for the action. Only the appointing authority or equal rank can take the action. Judicial review. Courts can review the decision. Possible relief includes reinstatement. See, when you talk about authority of the action, see, if president is appointing an IS officer, it is only the president, obviously, or subject to the council of minister, who can or some equivalent post can take action or can again negative action against the IS officer.